In this video, I will be solving the sum2 problem of the Array-1 section. Here comes the 5 seconds break for you to pause and attempt this problem on your own. Alright. So in the sum2 method, we will be given an integer array nums and we need to return the sum of the first two elements of the array. In case the length of the passed array is less than 2, then we need to just sum up the elements that exist. And it has also been mentioned here that the array length can also be 0, meaning the empty array can also be passed, and in that case we need to return 0. Let's use these examples to understand the problem better. In all of the examples, the array length is at least 2 elements. Hence, in all of these cases, we can safely use the for loop beginning from I and traversing till I is less than 2 and just capture the sum of the first two elements. So 1 plus 2 would result in 3, 1 plus 1 will result in 2, and again 1 plus 1 will result in 2. What about rest of the cases? There are basically 3 cases possible. First case is the array length could be at least 2 elements, which we are seeing here. In that case, we can use the standard for loop to find the sum. Another case is the array length is exactly 1. So if we are having something like this, so in this case we need to return the first element only, that is 5. And the last case is the empty array could also be passed. In that case we need to return 0 based on this line, returning 0 if array length is 0. So now based on these cases, now let's start coding. First of all, we can define a sum variable and we can maintain a length variable as nums.length. Yes. So in case the length of nums is at least 2 elements, which we can write like len is greater than 1. In this case, we can make use of the standard for loop for I is less than 2, I plus plus, and sum plus is equal to nums of I. This if block will cater all these first 3 examples. Now to write the logic for this second case, we can use the else if block. Else if length is exactly 1 element. If that's the case, then our sum is nothing but the first element only, which is nums.0. Now if neither the length is at least 2 nor it is exactly 1, then it means we have got an empty array, and in that case the sum will remain as 0. Now we can just return the sum at the end. Let's run the test cases to verify the logic. Yes, all of them are passing. Now let's submit the code on portal and then push it to GitHub. Yes, all correct. Okay, and now this is sum2. Yes, and git commit glg one commit to make sum2 g push and check the code has been uploaded or not. Yes, done.